Y'all can say what you want about Gary Vee, but I'm pretty sure he just changed this girl's life.
I know one day I'm gonna be somebody. You'll know when Please look at my face. There's somebody now. Do you understand? Yeah. That's the game. I was somebody long before people knew who I was, and I believed that. There's somebody now, Atisha.
Now that alone should be enough, but in case your shadow is hiding self-sabotage in a Trojan horse that looks like logic, rejecting all positivity and anything that could advance you, here's why this is the more logical way of thinking. We all know Vincent van Gogh, right? Like the infamous Vincent van Gogh, whose paintings are considered priceless, meaning you offer $1 million for one of his paintings and they will laugh you out of the museum, and maybe call security on you. Yeah, he died broke. And it's rumored that some of his last words were, "This sadness will last forever." He passed thinking himself an artistic failure. But lo and behold, after his passing, his work takes off. He's called a visionary, a genius. So the question becomes, at what point was he successful? Was it when the world noticed? Or was it when he finished the first painting? Neither. It was when he decided to act on his passions. It unfortunately took the world time to catch up. The world was late. But he was Vincent van Gogh from the start. You see, the Oxford definition is the achievement of an aim or purpose. And that's exactly why people will treat you and you will feel like a loser until you have some sort of outcome. But here's a definition that I feel is more reflective of reality. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. That's Earl Nightingale. It is choosing to be or do something and then doing it. Meaning the only time you're failing is when you're living someone else's life. Meaning the man who says he wants to be a garbage man and sets out to become a garbage man and becomes one and is fulfilled in his profession and wants to be there, that man is a success. And he's a success the moment he decides he wants to and starts working toward it. So for a lot of you, you might just right now be finding out that you are a success. You are somebody now. Do not wait for the world to tell you. How many world-renowned, successful people will have to stand up and say they were made fun of? They were considered a loser by society for years until they got their outcome. How many times will that have to happen until you realize society doesn't know what it's talking about? You need to follow your inner compass. And the second you stop to look at it and walk in the direction it's pointing, you are a success. As is Letitia.
Single gifted people will never understand multi-gifted people. To them, you will always look scattered.
Wow.
Right? Because that's what they want you to choose. Like, what are you?
Yes.
Because it defies their box. It's like, oh, I thought you were yoga. So what are you doing over here? Like, who told you you could come out of that box? Right?
That part.
That part. And it's like, I do it all.
Yeah.
All these things. All of the things in me. So I think us also giving each other permission and celebrating cutting up the box, right?
Yes.
And also when we respond to each other, not responding out of our fears. Because I think when people are trying to discourage us, it's based on their fear that that's impossible, right? That you're going to get hurt. You're going to get disappointed. So let me tell you now to play it safe and just enjoy what you have.
Real confident person or somebody with a spiritual relationship to God who doesn't feel that when the body dies, they die, is scanning for accuracy. They're looking into situations and they're saying, what is the accurate feedback? What is the real truth? Somebody who is not confident with themselves is seeking consensus reality. They are seeking to parrot back what the tribe wants them to parrot back because they are afraid to use their own two eyes to see the world, because they're afraid that they would be ostracized from the tribe and killed. So they have submitted to the tribe. They're living in fear. If you're living in fear, you won't have your own natural personality. You'll have a very flat personality without anything to show. So the way that you gain status is by beginning to see the world with your own eyes and beginning to trust your sense of humor. You have a sense of humor that is unique to you. You have a perspective that is unique to you. You have a point of view that is unique to you. It's your RAS, reticular activation system, that looks into reality and kind of sees it and feels it out and catches kind of a vibe, right? So you got to begin to actually feel that out.
Do me a favor, stop being fucking scared to be you. Start being you. Fuck what they think. You keep worrying, oh, they gonna, fuck what they gonna say. Start being you. Listen, before you know it, life is gonna be over. And you're gonna say to yourself, I didn't live my life. I'm seeing too many people out here being cloned of people that they never met just because they see them on social media and they put this whole show on, this production of their life is so great that you don't even want to be you, that you abandon yourself. I ain't gonna never jump outside of myself and be nobody else. I'm gonna be me. Start fucking being you and stop being everybody else. Stop being scared. Be you.
Niggas used to be like, oh, what if this shit don't work out? Nah, nigga got 3 cars, bro. What if this shit don't work out? What you mean if this shit don't work out? Nigga got 3 cars now. Nigga finna buy his mama a whole house now.
Don't fucking settle. Make sure that whatever life that you want, you strive for that shit. You make sure you go for that shit. Don't let anyone tell you it's not possible. Don't let anyone tell you that it's not practical. You make sure that you go for it. You hungry? You want it? Then get it. Get that shit. You make sure you get it. Don't let no one stop you, all right? You're driven. The energy that you need, the drive you need to get it, you pull that from yourself. Because when you pull it from yourself, no one can influence it. Just you.
In a world where instead of kicking our children out when they're 18, they come to work with us in our family business, and then when they get married, we give them a house so they don't have a mortgage, and a family business so they don't have to find a job. And then we teach them an aspect of the family business so that when we die, instead of just giving them money, we give them a mindset, we give them a skill set, we give them a tool set that they can perpetuate the family's wealth instead of decimating the family's wealth. See, we want our children to leave when they're 18. You know why? Because we're Americans. But the Bible says that then shall a man leave his father and his mother and cleave unto his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. So biblically, a person leaves home when they get married. Oh, you mean I have to put up with them for that anymore? The reason you have to put up with them is because you didn't train them up. If you train them up, you don't have to put up with them. But imagine that as a world where your children don't have to start from scratch. Imagine if your parents would have set you up so you didn't have to start from scratch. Imagine how much further ahead you'd be. Well, guess what? As my good friend Dr. Sonia always says, you may not come from a wealthy family, but a wealthy family should come from you.
Wrong with being the good person. But you can't be the good person all the time. You can't be the only person being the good person. Sometimes you gotta be the bad person. If being the bad person means putting you first, taking care of your emotions first, and dealing with the things that you have to deal with in life because no one else is there to help you, then be the fucking bad person. Stop concerning yourself with being the good person all the time to people who could care less if you existed or not. If you have to constantly be the good person and the better person, then whatever relationship, friendship, situationship you're in the wrong one. The bad thing about good people is they get taken advantage of very frequently. For some reason, good people feel the need to always be the one pleasing others, regardless of how it interrupts or disrupts their life. If it inconveniences them but puts a smile on someone else's face, they're willing to do it. You can't always be the good person, because in the end, you'll lose them and you'll lose yourself. And you'll be the only one there picking up the pieces. And that's a fact.
Watch this. And I bet you it'll grow back. And it came back 10 times better. So this is your friendly reminder that if you need to start over, you can.
Feel like someone is being disrespectful to you? Check them and address it right away. When I was in my late teens, I used to struggle with this, and my mom told me something one day that really helped me. When you let things slide, it stays with you. It leaves you with that feeling of, I should have said something. I should have done something. And that rage stays inside of you. But if you don't let things slide and you check them right away, who do you think you're talking to? Come correct when you talk to me. Now, that negative feeling stays with them. Damn, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that. And now you don't have to sit with that negative feeling, because at the end of the day, you know that you stood up for yourself. What happens to people who don't do this is the disrespect never stops. It actually only gets worse. When people see that you don't have what it takes to stand up for yourself, they think, now I can walk all over you. And now you always have that feeling. That is why I don't let shit slide. Either I'm cutting you off or we're gonna have some other problem. One thing I will never tolerate again is a person that is intentionally disrespectful.
I got rich when this no longer was ones. See, you think that one on there makes a difference. It's the same paper. They have tricked you with this matrix. I started appreciating that 10 cents. It was different. Why? Because 10 of them made this. And then you be like, okay, I got a couple of ones this week, but you don't know how to show gratitude for that because you don't know you just multiplied 10 times. Now, I'm going to ask you, on your job, you don't just get dimes like that. You got to give them hours. But if you don't know how to appreciate this and money don't move you, ones don't move you because you never appreciated real money. You think it's hundreds. Hundreds can't be hundreds without dimes. If you'd have stuck with 0.01 and stayed with the process and didn't let these people fuck with you outside of this room, I got 10 cents, bitch. Sooner or later, this shit gonna add up and I'm gonna say, fuck all y'all. That's what changed me, because it got to shift here.
The people around you will see your gift and they will exploit your gift before you even see your gift yourself. I tell you, you got a gift, boy, your family members will sniff it out so quick, they will find it. I would go to a funeral, I didn't even know who died. My mama told me to come. I didn't even know who died. And then they'll say, Andy, you should go say something. I don't even know this person. You told me it's one of your friends. Why should I go say something? You should go up there and say something. What am I gonna say? Just say something. People around you, they got a nose for the gift. They'll deploy it. You're a strategic thinker, they call you all the time to try to get your insight on a problem that they're having. They're having people issues, you're great with people, you give them the plate. You don't even realize all day long you're just disseminating the gift. But you haven't taken the time to figure out how you can disseminate it yourself as opposed to letting others exploit it.
In this proverb, this Ethiopian proverb says, the eye of the leader fattens the herd. And I believe they're saying everybody is supposed to eat off of your vision. And they're supposed to eat well. That thing that you see for yourself is for everyone. Benjamin E. May said, we're all created to do something unique and something distinctive. And if we do not do it, it will never be done. And you can't see how it affects everybody. You don't necessarily mean to become a leader, but if you want to become a great singer, all of a sudden you create opportunities for a great songwriter, for great musicians as far as guitar players and drummers, for great tour managers, great people that need events in their community, that they need music to touch their soul. People need soundtracks to their lives, and all you wanted to do was sing. And now 1,000 people are eating off of the gift that you cultivated for yourself. So may we not be blind to the fact that somebody else needs what we have to offer. But may we remember that we're the first person that needs it. May you cultivate it for you. And may the herd get fat one day. Let's get it. Let's get it.
He would call me up or pull me aside with some major problem, some issue that was going on. And he'd say, boss, we got this and that and the other thing. And I'd look at him and I'd say, good. And finally one day he was telling me about some issue that he was having, some problem. And he said, I already know what you're going to say. I said, well, what am I going to say? He said, you're going to say good. He said, that's what you always say. When something is wrong and going bad, you always just look at me and say good. And I said, well, yeah. When things are going bad, there's going to be some good that's going to come from it. Didn't get the new high-speed gear we wanted? Good. Didn't get promoted? Good. More time to get better. Oh, mission got canceled? Good. We can focus on another one. Didn't get funded. Didn't get the job you wanted. Got injured. Sprained my ankle. Got tapped out? Good. Got beat? Good. You learned. Unexpected problems? Good. We have the opportunity to figure out a solution.
Sun come out and smack nighttime. Clean out the sky. It don't listen to no eye. Oh wait, let me get two more. Pop, and it's gone. That's the power of light. And when you don't understand you light, then things change. Huh? They got niggas believing they dark. Huh? You go into a dark room and strike a match. And the room gets light. If you walked in this room today and it was 10 million cockroaches in here and 300 rats, you can't shoot them. You turn the light on and they will leave. That's the role of darkness. But when light gets scared of darkness, then you violate the universe.
To see and speak your truth. And if you repeat the following words, you'll return to this state right now. Place your hand on your throat and repeat the following words. Thank you for protecting me when I didn't know my true power. I hereby absolve myself of all punishment and guilt. Speaking and living my truth is my greatest protection. Other people's resistance to my truth is not my problem to fix. I reclaim my freedom and free my voice. So it is done. Take a deep breath and make a deep sound. Repeat this for 7 days and watch
Everything changed for me when I understood this philosophy. You can have more than you've got because you can become more than you are. Success is not something you pursue. It's something you attract by becoming attractive.
As soon as you, as a person, decide that you're not gonna lie anymore, and that whatever problem that you have, you're gonna deal with that problem right then where it presents itself, it'll show you a whole new side of you.